All right, I'm back this week, and I'm going to try to get through this one the best I can. I was debating today if I should go on and do this, but I needed to feel something cathartic. I'm going to start the same way I end. The most powerful three words that you could tell somebody is "I love you," because tomorrow isn't a given. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. You don't know when the last time you see somebody is going to be the last time. Yesterday, I lost a great friend, Jack. Known him for over 40 years. Hung out with him at a wedding 2 weeks ago. His wife, Jack, has been a great friend for over 40 years. A little gruff, but that's who he was. But you know what? He was loyal. He was a family man. He was a hard worker. He was smart. And most of all, he was one of my closest and dearest friends in a group of friends I am incredibly lucky to have. This is a man who dedicated his life to his family and worked hard. Got up yesterday morning to do what he had to do, went to work, living a normal day, and unfortunately died. What you need to do is go find your loved one. You need to tell them, because tomorrow isn't a given. Tomorrow isn't a given. And you know, we were at the wedding last week and he said his daughter's going to college and she's picking out the most expensive colleges and liberal colleges possible, and it was going to kill him. Tongue in cheek. And he did say something about what I try to preach every week, because he was an avid watcher and he always texted me and always laughed about it. And he said, you know, you write about one thing every week. Make sure your people know you love them. He knows that I love him, because 2 weeks ago, the last time I saw him, we were all hanging out. I love you, Jack, man. Tell all my friends that. May seem like I'm always angry, because most of the time I am, but I'm full of love for my people. If you're on that list of my people, there's a lot of love. You always get the big hug. So I'm going to try not to go too crazy for my man Jack this week. Keep it subdued. And Jack, I love you, man. Glad I got to tell you and see you and have one more last great day with you. 58 is way too young. Way too young. Now let's get into this. The trans community continues to go crazy. I mean, now we have Sam Brinton. If you don't know who Sam Brinton is, Sam Brinton is that wackadoo who was a non-binary, wore dresses, stealing luggage, and wearing the clothes that he stole all over the place, custom clothes. He got fired. So he was convicted, or I'm not sure he's convicted, but the court wanted him to get a mental eval because he stole luggage. Not because he's a lunatic, shaved his head, bright red lipstick, wearing girls' clothes, high heels, painted his face, pretended he's mad, female, who knows what he is. But because he stole luggage. I'm telling you, mental illness is real, and it starts here. I mean, we're having these transgenders killing people, stealing luggage, threatening people, telling people they should be armed. You're not stopping me from going into the bathroom. It's getting crazy. But that's not even the best of it. Now we have them saying if you don't use our pronouns, our population is going to start unaliving ourselves because we don't like you using the wrong pronouns. First of all, you're not unaliving yourself, sister. You're killing yourself. Sister, brother, whatever you are. I can't even follow along anymore. Unaliving is such a ridiculous term. So when a transgender killed people, it was unaliving. No, it was murder. And if you are unaliving yourself, it's suicide. You're committing yourself, killing yourself. It is Suicide Prevention Month, so I'm not for suicide. I'm very anti-suicide. I don't want you to commit suicide. But if one word, me calling you she, he, we, I don't know, is going to get you going, I don't know. It's on you. You're just as soft could be. But I'm going to change my pronouns, and I want everybody to call me I. So when you talk to me, call me I. Hey, I spoke to I. I said, nobody's going to know what the hell you're talking about. I can't follow along anymore. And the government's not helping. The transgender, non-binary, I don't know what the she, he looks like with the purple hair sitting in Congress, is passing a bill for gender equality in vehicles. Gender equality in vehicle crashes, nonetheless. This person wants female crash test dummies in the name of gender equity. What? Who the hell cares what the crash test dummies have? What are you going to put boobs on? Balls on? What are you doing? Are we going to have a trans dummy? What are we doing? I really don't understand this. But the government is perpetuating this insanity. It is a circus governed by clowns continually. How about we just put her in a car and if she survives the crash, We'll know if it's good or not. I'm not really sure. Then we'll check if she's got a stick under the hood or not. Just saying. The whole thing is mental illness. And now with the sports, states are saying, if boys can't play with girls, girls can't play. How about we just get rid of the whole thing? Male sports, boys sports, and female sports. And I said this before with bathrooms. How about we just have sports that are penis, no penis, and you want to have a third? Go fish, whatever you are. But at least going in, it's going to be penis and no penis. And that takes care of everything. You have a penis, you go to the left. You have no penis, you go to the right. You go fish, whatever you want. It'd be the easiest thing you could possibly do. Get rid of any confusion and nobody's going to have a problem. You have a penis, you go in this bathroom, you go in this locker room. You don't have a penis, you go in this bathroom, this locker room. As I said, penis, no penis. Said it before in restaurants. That restaurant bar would be the most populated restaurant ever because people just want to go there to take pictures of the bathrooms and have a drink or two. Cheers. It really is absolutely nuts. Talk about nuts. There's a leader of the BLM movement. A leader of the BLM movement has said that the police are no longer beating black men and are trying purposefully not to beat black men because they don't want the BLM to raise money or riot. Can you imagine? A person actually thought to say this. Well, you know why police are not hitting black guys anymore? They don't want us to raise any money. Is this really where we're going with the country? I mean, I'm watching these Walmarts in Chicago close and Seattle close, and I see a slew of black folk going at it. This is coordinated. And there was one in Chicago that is in an area that is 98% black, and they closed it because it was looted to the ground. Nothing's in there, like 3 or 4 or 5 times. And Walmart said, we can't be here anymore, we're closing it down. And you know what the racist was? Walmart. Because nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, hey, listen, you need to be better in the community. You need to be better. You can't just have an organized of a tremendous amount of people go in, loot a store, take everything they have. You know what they probably didn't take? Condoms, because they're all going crazy with this abortion stuff anyway. So that was probably the only thing left on the shelf. It's absolutely insane. But again, it's always somebody else's fault. Nobody wants to look in the mirror. I'm guilty of it. I can't always take responsibility for things I do. It's true. Everybody is. But to have it in mass is crazy. The blame game needs to stop. I mean, and we continue with this gun violence. I mean, a black kid, 6 foot, goes to the door, rings the bell, and the 84-year-old dude's first reaction is, let me get a gun to answer the door. A white girl drives a car into the driveway to turn around, and some white dude shoots her dead for turning around. A kid, her father, shot for a basketball going on somebody's lawn. He thought it was an intruder breaking into the shed. What are we doing? Is it the Wild Wild West? I mean, is this Wide Urban Doc Holliday? I mean, I don't understand. How about a little patience? Let's see what's going on. None of these things were life-threatening. I don't care. I mean, I am not a gun advocate or against guns, whatever. If you want a gun, you have your right to have a gun. I don't care. Let's just show some restraint and common sense. I know COVID took all the common sense, or 95% of it. But good God, we need some back. Please, some common sense. I mean, listen, even I know common sense. You can't argue with your wife because you're never going to win that argument. Common sense, just avoid and deflect. Say yes, honey, whatever you want. Don't argue. Every man knows this. It's like number 1 on the golden rule. Seasons are changing up here in New York. I know that because the ice cream man was out on Saturday and Sunday at 11:15 a.m. I hear do-do-do-do-do-do-do. My kids are going crazy. They're just finishing their waffles from breakfast. Nobody's getting a snow cone or a chocolate eclair at 11:15. Please, Mr. Ice Cream Man, can you just wait till after lunch? You're killing me. Because who's the bad guy? Dad said no. That's how it always works. It's Dad's fault. We all know that. Never Mom's fault. Which I'll circle back to. Don't argue with Mom. She'll jump on right with those kids. I'll tell you that. There's one bad guy in the house, and it's always me or Dad. It's insane. I was watching an interview the other day with some personal trainer. It's a personal trainer. And this personal trainer was a female, and she said, anybody who comes to me and wants to train to lose weight is really just fatphobic. Because if you want to lose weight to lose fat, you're fatphobic. You don't want to be a fat person. You're fatphobic. Go figure. This trainer was probably about 240 pounds of not muscle. She was a pretty fat, focused self. Where did she want to train? McDonald's? Taco Bell? Subway? Come on, stop. If you're going to train, I want to get in shape and lose weight. But now it's fat phobic. You know why? Everything needs to have a label. Again, look in the mirror. You're fatter, fatty, fat, chubby. Go lose a couple of pounds. It'll probably help you out. California, another one, saw it off, let it go in the ocean. They're thinking about your electric bill tied to your salary. So the more you make, the more you pay. I mean, can we get any dumber? Really? California, let's go. Get rid of them. There's nothing good goes on in California. That's where all these Hollywood people are, like Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano's now bitching and moaning because she has to pay $8 a month for her blue check mark. Don't get the blue check mark. Listen, you're worth $10 million. What is that, 96 a month? Get it, 96 a year, I'm sorry. Get over it. Pay it, don't pay it. Nobody wants to hear about it. Nobody cares, Alyssa. You're about as dumb as AOC, and that's no joke. You've been hiding undercover for a while. Go back. Then you have Will Smith. Wants to sue Chris Rock and Netflix for words because he made fun of him in inappropriate jokes because Chris Rock got slapped. Will, listen, you're lucky you didn't get sued for slapping Chris Rock on TV with 9 million cameras. The guy decided to take you down on Netflix and embarrass you instead of going to your pocketbook. Let me see. Got one thing of advice here. Haven't had one in a couple whiles. Hey, Angry Mac. I've always been thin and fit. I eat well and exercise. Like most people, I have friends and family who struggle terribly with weight issues. Yeah, let's talk about fat phobic. I have read volumes about genetic origins of obesity and want to be sensitive in this issue. I can't help but noticing, however, that overweight people eat more, much more than I eat, and they don't exercise. What should I say and how should I help these people? How about this? Why don't you have yourself a drink and a cheeseburger, not worried about the fatties? I'm not caring, I'm not fat phobic, but if somebody chooses to eat and be overweight, leave them alone. If they're friends of yours, hey, listen, may not be good, but they're adults, they're making a choice to eat. Mind your own business, stop fat shaming people. Look at me telling people not to fat shame. That's one of my favorite things. But who cares? I'm not fat shaming them to their self. I'm saying it to you guys on YouTube. My advice, shut your mouth and have a drink. Usually solves everything. And before I finish, remember how I started. Jack, where you are right now is probably, hopefully, a peaceful place. Hopefully, you're where you belong. I'm sad that you're not here. And again, I'm going to try not to tear up when I close up. I love you. Go find somebody you love. Tell them, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Cheers.